Hello and welcome back to 21st Century Football, a complete guide of football since the year 2000. My name's Will Brazier and you already know that. I'm joined by Statman Dave. How are you, Dave?
Very good. Very, very good.
Wow.
Yeah, double verries.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Goodness me.
Jesus.
You okay?
Yeah, good.
Don't set your temperature?
No, I'm good.
Lovely stuff. And Adam Brown, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm all right. I don't
Yeah.
sound quite as surprised to be as well. Dave was quite shocked that he was feeling well, I think. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm good. I'm very good.
Yeah, as well, you know. Great news in the press. All good. All good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look at it.
Sound like a cartoon character.
I am,
Today
mate.
we are talking about Kaka, gents. Dave, are you excited?
I'm very excited. I think this is the reason why I'm excited. Kaka, my favourite player of all time.
Really?
There you go, bang, said it.
Now, I'm not going to say this is a positive or negative, but I think that says a lot about you.
Okay, could you divulge why?
No, I'm just going to leave that there
Okay.
and say, Adam, can you read his Wikipedia page so we can learn a little bit about him?
Okay, let's find out a bit more about the man himself. Obviously, a retired Brazilian professional footballer, played predominantly as an attacking midfielder. His performance as a playmaker in his prime at AC Milan is the time that everyone focuses on mainly, I think. A period marked by his creative passing, goal scoring and dribbles from midfield. He's widely considered as one of the best players of his generation. Big claim, justified? What do you reckon?
I actually was thinking the other day, away from, I know Dave will obviously deep dive on the stats, but I actually think he's a very underrated PES 6 player. A lot of people go for your Rakobas, your
I know what you're
Adrianos.
saying, actually. That AC Milan team was very, very good on the counter-attack.
Yeah.
You'd have Kaka just in the hole. You play three forwards.
Yeah.
Balls over the top galore.
Yeah.
That was the one where you could basically just chip through ball and it worked like an absolute dream.
Well, I just sort of mean he looked quite good on it.
You are just something else.
What, a realistic
Well, yeah,
face?
we're talking PS2 graphics here, gents. Let's tell the facts as they are. And for those sort of graphics, even looking back in 2021 at them, he did look quite good.
Hats off to Konami.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see a little bit more about what he actually did. Success, club level and international level as well. And this is an impressive stat, by the way. One of 8 players to have won the World Cup, the Champions League, and the Ballon d'Or. Which I sometimes don't realise how much he actually did win, because I feel like there's so many players around at the same time as him that it does go a little bit, I don't know, kind of under the carpet a little bit almost. So that's some of the things that he achieved. Also, the Milan team, which you obviously alluded to, Dave, he helped them win the 2007 Champions League final. He was a top goal scorer as well, and then he won the FIFA World Player of the Year, the 2007 Ballon d'Or, the UEFA Club Footballer of the Year, and the World's Best Playmaker award as well. Then we're talking transfers as well. You know, at one point, the money spent on him was the world record transfer fee.
Oh, was it?
A hell of a lot of money. It was 67 million euros when he went from Milan to Madrid in 2009.
Now, what does that get you now, Ad?
Oh no, sorry, it was the second highest transfer fee at the time.
What does that get you, though? 67 million euros
Half
now?
a Gareth Bale?
Yeah.
Half a Gareth. What, a 31-year-old Gareth
Yeah,
Bale?
half a 31-year-old Gareth Bale,
We'll
probably.
get you a Ruben Diaz.
You get your picture with Ruben Diaz for 67 million euros.
So yeah, that was his transfer fee. So obviously, you know, there was a lot of money spent on him, and you know, rightly so, because around that era he was unbelievable. International level as well. He made his debut in 2002. He was in the World Cup squad that year. 2006, he went to the tournament, and 2010 as well. And he was also a member of the 2005 and 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup winning squads. And he won the Golden Ball Award in 2009 as the best player in the tournament. So when you look at his achievements, you know, for me, I sometimes think he does go under the radar a little bit. I know, obviously, Dave, you're a huge
I don't understand why. No, I know why. I think the big reason why is Messi and Ronaldo. Because they've been so dominant, and the last player to win the Ballon d'Or that wasn't Messi and Ronaldo. Go on, hit me.
That was the only stat I had, Dave. And if,
Kaka.
Yeah.
Yeah? Kaka.
let's talk stats before, because I know you bring a lot to the table, but that was the only stat I did have, and you've taken it away from me. And we're only 4 minutes in.
Oh, God. Is that you done then? Are you checking out?
Have a good one, fellas.
Thank you.
Just
Cheers,
chat
bud.
amongst yourselves.
But no, I think Kaka for me is a player that glides. There's certain players in European football that move the ball in such a effortless way, and Kaka, stylistically, a lot of young players that I watch now, when they have that characteristic, you know that it's a good player. And it's that ability just to accelerate. It's almost like I prefer it to watching than watching like a slight attacking midfield, like a Messi dribble. Like it's a little bit more elegant the way that Kaka moves because he was quite tall. it's just a bit different, and that's my stylistically. That's what I like.
He was deceptively tall, wasn't he?
I see what you're both doing. Are you looking at me and thinking, I can see a lot of them in you, Will? That's what you do.
Well, I've seen you carry the ball. It isn't quite as elegant.
Does he glide, Dave? Does he glide?
He's more like Bambi than a stallion, shall we say?
What if you use the word glide for Kaka? What would you use for me?
Stumble.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go with stagger. So it's one of the two. They both work.
Gents, obviously he's done a lot in his career, but more recently he sort of, I'm not going to say come to prominence because that would be very disrespectful to a man that's won a Ballon d'Or, but sort of came to everyone's attention again by playing a five-a-side. I think it was down in Hackney, wasn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
We've seen the video.
Yep.
Let's throw behind the curtain. We know how these sort of things work, guys.
He
didn't just turn up. Obviously a pre-arranged event for Adidas.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of lads on there demanding the ball, wasn't there?
I don't understand it. Like, what are you doing? Greatest player of all time for me. One of the greatest players of all time. What are you doing? Five-a-side, let him do what he's doing.
Ad, we've not played five-a-side together. What's your position?
I'm kind of a sort of defensive midfield kind of enforcer, sort of.
So would you have the balls, the gravitas to ask for?
I'd probably just gone straight in on the tackle, just straight in tackled him.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, I don't care about what reasons he's being there.
We've all paid our fivers.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
If I've paid me money to play five-a-side, I want to get at least a couple of touches of the ball. Ballon d'Or winner or not, pass it me.
Yeah, Dave. Why? You've obviously said he's your favourite footballer of the 21st century, which sort of null and voids this podcast straight away. But
yeah,
why is he?
I think one of the things that I've gained as I've got a bit older is respect for players that achieve glory at Old Trafford. It's a difficult thing when you're in the moment. So
let me get the red agenda check. 8 minutes in.
16 years old, semi-final Champions League.
Right.
This is after AC Milan have consistently just knocked United out of European competition. This is what they've done over the past 3 or 4 years. And from watching Rui Costa and him carry Milan and Pirlo, Gattuso, Ambrosini, to then see Kaka take to the stage at Old Trafford and just dominate. Yeah, I think that's when you look back on it and you think, wow, I saw a performance of greatness there.
Yeah.
Unplayable. And, it's one of those things where I look back and one of my favourite players when I was growing up was Gabriel Batistuta. And first goal I saw at Old Trafford was Gabriel Batistuta.
He played in the 90s.
But just in terms of that, I think it's that respect that you gain from these players that come to play in your own ground, and then they show how good they are. And I think that shows great character. When you speak to Darren Fletcher, you speak to Wes Brown about that day, and they were just like, we could not get near him. And for that level of European football, the top level, Man United were a good team then. But to have someone that's so dominant in that game, it's just, that impresses me even more looking back and looking at it as more of from an analytical perspective. So good. A
little game that I thought we might have a little play. The numbers game. It's called. Dave's eyes lit up.
I know.
But basically,
if I beat you, you have to depot your middle name to Kaka.
Okay, that's fine. I was going to do it anyway.
He's got to change his name to Kaka.
I was going to do it anyway, to be honest.
Okay.
No. So I was going to call my first son Kaka.
So basically, we're going to look at his squad numbers, because obviously, certain players straight away.
Got you.
I can name you a player and you go, oh, number.
Yeah.
22. Right. Oh, okay. Don't have to dive in yet. Well,
I just wanted to put a mark out there, Dave. Dave, yeah, numbers is your game, but I'm sort of here to play as well.
Yeah.
Fine, mate, that's okay.
So we're going to go through the different stages of Kaka's career, and you got to tell me what shirt number he wore.
Oh.
I don't know who we're going to.
I'm stuck after 22.
Right. Okay. He went early. Right. We're going to start his first club, Sao Paulo.
17.
This is going to be the hardest one, I think, because this is probably before he came to true prominence. But right. So what we'll do alternate. So first of all, Will, for this one, you can go first on this one.
17.
You're going for 17, Dave. What are you going for?
Well, stop pretending you know the answer.
21.
Number 8.
Oh,
so you've
that's
all
obvious.
See what I mean? Not iconic.
That's where he played. That's a traditional number 8. Idiot.
Okay, next. He obviously went to AC Milan then. Dave, you can go first on this.
22.
22?
It was 22. It was 22.
I said it first. So
you both get a point for that. Because to be fair, I mean, before we even started the game, Will, you just said
mate.
You just said the number 22. But you did mean it for that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, then he went to Real Madrid for that massive transfer fee that we said. Will, you're up first on this one, mate. What are you saying? What squad number? You're picturing the kit, aren't you?
Yeah. Didn't really like it.
What? I'm trying to think what sponsor was around that time as well.
Was that the B-win?
Yeah, it might have been actually.
Or Siemens. A late Siemens early B-win.
What are you saying?
I'm going to go for 8.
What you think?
8.
No, what?
I knew it was 8.
You're a slug.
Don't mess
It
about.
was 8. It
Don't
was
mess
8. It
about.
was 8. Right, okay. Then, obviously, he went back to AC Milan, didn't he? If you remember.
Yeah.
Question is, was the 22 shirt available?
I think if you've got anything about you as a marketing department, especially in that age, it's got to be
But
22.
sometimes you have those players that you got to talk them out of giving up their shirt number.
If he signed for Birmingham, he couldn't actually have 22 because it's retired.
Well, there you go.
How mad's that?
Well, they can't bring it out of retirement, can they, either?
No, until we win the
Retired
Champions
for a
League.
16-year-old. Jesus.
Dave, we'll come to you on this one, mate. He went back to AC Milan after the, I'm not going to say ill-fated Madrid stint, because he did all right, didn't he?
You see, I don't think he went back with 22.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with number 8.
What are you saying, Will?
I'll go 22.
It was 22.
Yeah!
He got the 22 shirt.
Statman Dave!
Did you see? I tried to throw a few red herrings there, going, "Oh, was the 22 available?
Nice.
Oh, was there anyone here to kick out the 22
You
shirt?"
absolutely played you.
It's not.
I've got a picture of him in number 8 for Milan. So
Yeah,
It's
well, it's a
not-
That might have
fraud.
happened once.
Fake news, pal.
Boys-
Maybe a little game after he retired.
It ain't a testimonial.
Yeah.
It ain't over yet.
Oh,
Then he
no.
went to Sao Paulo. He went back to Sao Paulo, back to his roots, back to his original club.
Yeah.
We're coming to you first, Dave, on this one.
22.
8.
It was 8.
Yes!
I can't believe
Right,
it.
and this one fact, come on, you can listen to pull one back here, Dave. Finally, Orlando City in the twilight of his career.
Right.
Will, you do profess to know quite a bit about this.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said before we started this podcast that you don't want to overlook his stint at Orlando City.
It wasn't a Sunday night if I wasn't watching MLS.
What shirt number was you wearing though,
22?
Dave?
What are you giggling at? You little giggler.
I'm going to go 8.
You're both wrong. It was 10. So there you go. But Will, I'll tell you what, you did win that, pal. You won it, so well done. So your early confidence, where you just shouted the number 22,
Sorry, mate.
seems to have seems to be
Jesus.
justified. There you go. That's the numbers game.
Love that. Well, that was an iconic game. Let's go to the iconic moment, gents. When I say Kaka, you say,
How high?
go on.
No.
You're right. You're in a daze, aren't you?
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
I just beat you.
I'm just gutted. No, I think that United performance, we've already spoke about that. I think in the final against Liverpool as well, superb in both finals.
Yeah.
That first half when Liverpool were getting absolutely thumped, when Milan were 3-0 up, it was Kaka was running absolute riot, and obviously Benitez changed his tactics and system to deal with him, which I think is credit to Kaka. But no, I think either of those final performances, the semi-final against Manchester United, that was like peak Kaka for me.
What about you?
I'd probably agree with Dave. I'd say that semi-final performance was, for me, as a to see as a standalone performance that springs to mind for him.
Mm-hmm.
That it's got to be that for me. And that was one of the probably the only times when I thought, oh, I get the hype now.
Yeah.
Which sounds a bit disrespectful to Kaka, but do you know what I mean? He's one of them players that I heard a lot more about
Yeah.
for years and years, and I always kind of felt like I was waiting for him to deliver. And then when you saw that, you're like, oh yeah,
He's
that's
finally
it
done
now.
it against the English team. We fall into that trap a lot.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't like, can he do it on a Monday night in Stoke? It wasn't that, which he probably couldn't. No, I'm joking. For me, it was like...
Danny Higginbottom up against Kaka. You think there's Danny Higginbottom's coming up on top? Ryan
wanna-
Shawcross in there.
Can I tell a quick Danny Higginbottom story?
Look, mate, if you're quick
Is
and
it
it's about
related?
Kaka.
Is it 90s?
No, it's
Right, it's
2000.
fine. That's
I was at uni, I was doing my degree, and I was doing a little radio documentary for my final major project, and I've managed to secure Danny Higginbottom, which, as you can imagine,
Big
sent
squeeze.
shivers around the campus.
I bet the student union was
Yeah.
bouncing.
And my mate gave me his number, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So I had to book out a studio, and then rang him at 6, 6:05, 6:10, 6:15. Rang him for about an hour, and he just didn't pick up. I just sat in that studio all alone and didn't speak to Danny Higginbottom.
So you failed.
Yeah.
How are you here?
So-
Surely that should be it. That's you
Well,
out
yeah,
of
that's
out
the
of
rise
game.
and fall of Will Brazier.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
So Kaka,
yeah,
what a
yeah.
player.
Whoa, stop what you're doing there. If you want to listen to the full podcast, click the link in the description down below and you can hear what we really think. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, drop a subscribe, and get in the comments down below. What would you rate this footballer out of 90? Would you take him for a pint? Probably not.